What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. We are here. It is midnight. The draft is finally commenced, and my Lord, what a draft. First round, at least it was, and I cannot wait for the next couple of days here. Oh, my sweet baby Lord. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty fired up watching all those defensive players just fall. We talked about the top corners. We had our choice of the litter. We take the best available there. And Quinyon Mitchell, now a Philadelphia Eagle. Holy hell. And man, let me tell you, we talked about a lot of players here that I really enjoyed. And, you know, we talked about each position as a whole and talked about who the number one guys are. You guys saw Quinyon Mitchell was my number one corner in this draft. And I just am kind of still in shock by the fact that he fell. And, this stuff happens. Last year, you saw corners falling, and it just all depends on what these other teams think. You got teams like the Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr. So, hey, man, let other teams do their thing. We'll continue to do ours. And Quinyon Mitchell, now a Philadelphia Eagle. And this dude getting rowdy with the Eagles fans. Love to see it, already fired up. Saw and heard from him talking about what he, his time with the Eagles, what he thought he could do for the team. And, well, young man, you get your shot with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I cannot stress enough how excited I truly am about this pickup. So, Quinyon Mitchell, man, let me know how you guys are feeling about this. We got a late one here. Going to try to keep it around like 10 minutes here. Going to try to get some sleep. I got a long day tomorrow, and then we're going to be back. I'm going to break down the best available. We're going to talk about who I think the Eagles should target with 50 and 53, if they should trade, try to get a third-round pick, all that great stuff. But we'll be doing this again tomorrow. If you guys were part of that live stream earlier, really appreciate you tuning in. And look, we're all losing it here. We actually got Quinyon Mitchell, and man, this dude, I just can't stress enough. We talked about, what he brings as an off-ball guy, but he can play man. He can play in the zone. He can, dude, anything you want him to do. We talk about his ball skills. I think he's a great tackler. He's going to have to toughen up a little bit against runners, but he is literally, what you want from a corner, and he is only going to get better. And spent time at Toledo where, you hear a lot of knocks on him because, it's not a big school, that, the other thing. He proved himself. 51.1 passer rating when thrown at here. And I thought that this kid, sky was the limit for him. And I mean, you see it here. And he ran a 4.3, 340, I think it was, like the second fastest of the damn corners in this draft. And oh my God, I can't believe it. And we talked about, positions of need. What do the Eagles need in this draft? And what did I say? You don't draft for need. We're looking at those things. And we laughed about it, but it's like, hey, we could get a corner, even though I think we're pretty loaded. And, well, we are. Let's take a look at all of the corners we now have. So, oh, my Lord, 13 cornerbacks all competing. And you get a dude that's willing to tackle with the ball play skills. And he, tries to be like Darius Slay. I think that's pretty awesome. So who wants to be the starter next to Darius Slay? Well, you're going to see a lot of nickels. So we're going to have three guys here. I think Darius Slay, obviously one of them, but anything is possible at this point. Maybe, some of these guys traded. You could see Slay or Bradbury or, one of these younger guys maybe someone's interested in. We know that Ringo, Ricks have a bright future, but you've got McPherson coming back from injury. Maddox is here. And you see all these other guys. Job Hall was brought in from free agency. Garner, Goodrich, Mullen. Man, loaded room, but getting a guy with this versatile, skill set that we talk about and having those playmaking skills, I just can't stress enough. With his speed and quickness, we got ourselves a steal, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm pretty stoked. I want to hear from you. And oh my God, I can't believe you, Howie Roseman, you son of a dude. Let's go. But let me jump over here to the comments. And if you guys want, I'll throw that little ticker down at the bottom here so that you guys can see all of the picks from the first round. And what a wild round it was, man. We'll talk about that here shortly as well. And I'm just blown away, blown away that this team, what they're doing here. And actually, let me show you this before I get over to these comments. In case you're here for the information, want you to get that. And I'll move this banner. Actually, I do apologize. I'm going to take that down real quick. So you can see Quinyon Mitchell. I added him right to the starters. Look, he's going to have to work for it. I'm not just going to, but for getting you excited purposes, Slay, Mitchell, and then Rogers, we talked about predominantly played outside. He's got the size to play nickel. Obviously, a lot of people think he does, but he has done well outside, but he can play inside at nickel. So I put him there. You've got guys like Maddox, McPherson, Hall, Goodrich, Garner that can all compete there. And at safety, some of those guys, Garner and Goodrich, they dabbled there. So a lot of defensive backs now, but you see Bradbury, Ringo, Ricks, they're all going to be competing here. And man, oh man, again, you never know. Somebody could be on the move for sure tomorrow. Maybe we acquire that 3rd round pick we're talking about. A lot of things could go down here, but I expect tomorrow to see some safeties, maybe some linebackers thrown in, or maybe on day 3. And again, we've talked about all of the talent in this draft. So right now I'm on cloud 9. So I can't wait for tomorrow because how he's going to back it up. And he's been, and you keep hearing all these haters with their negativity. It's like, bro, you're in for a rough ride because we've been whooping ass these last few years and it's only going to get better. So appreciate you, my man. Let's go. And I'm all about Quinyon Mitchell, right? I cannot believe it, dude. Mario, appreciate you, my man. Sean, let's go. And I'm pretty stoked, dude. I was just losing my mind on that live stream there with you guys. But oh my, here to break it down for anybody who missed it. You're watching this tomorrow morning. Love to hear from you guys. You have any questions? But, we've broken him down. I talked about him, obviously, as the number 1 corner in this draft. But, geez Louise. And I told you I will record a breakdown of the extension, what it does in case you missed it during that live stream earlier. I'll put that video out tomorrow morning. And I'll get you caught up to date with everything happening here. But you can always go watch the beginning of that live stream. And he sure is, man. That game. And obviously you hear about, the competition's not that good. I don't care. It was very impressive what he was doing in that game. Love it. And yeah, they sure are. But what a great pick indeed, Daniel. I am super stoked. I can't believe we got Quinyon Mitchell. And we've already got Dank changing the name up. Dankyon Mitchell. I love it, dude. And dude, I just think, you just got to stay away from that stuff, man. People are weirdos. But, yo, man, have a great night, Paul. But, dude, I am so pumped up. And, what's stupid is, you paid Cousins for 4 years there. So, good for them. But, yo, I am so pumped up about this Quinyon Mitchell. And everybody's going to whine at some time, bro. You have to understand that that's just what people do. They don't like being happy. And it's good for them because we, diehards and sickos, we knew that Howie, he would put his little blessings upon us. And, dude, we are sitting here watching the Eagles select Quinyon Mitchell tonight. Like, that really happened. So, pretty nuts. And I bet, they should be pissed off because I can't believe they let us get Quinyon Mitchell. I can't believe it, man. I really am stoked about this. And let me know how you guys are feeling about these picks. And yeah, man, that is, something we talked about, why he was so talented, not just because of that speed, but all of the things we talked. I can't believe he fell to us. We didn't have to trade anything. We just got him. So, I'll be excited he hasn't done this in his career. Last time we picked it. Yeah, last time we got him was Lito Shepherd. So I'm all about it. And can't ready to see this kid this offseason, what he's going to do. So I think that, the fact that all these defensive players were falling, we talked about that last night. Like, could there be a drop? I did not know it was going to be that insane, but I just mouth started watering, dude. Just all of the talent there. But yeah, man, I know he wanted to come to the Eagles. I'm a big fan of his as well. He gets to go to the Lions. That's cool. Good for him. They've got a lot. Brian Branch there. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, though. But, yo, my man, Lil, let's go. But, yo, appreciate you. And, yeah, he was a Eagles fan. I posted that picture earlier. And, look, it's unfortunate for him. But I'm pretty excited about Quinyon Mitchell. And we mentioned it. If it's any of those top corners, I'm pumped up. And, man, I cannot believe we got him. It's incredible to me, man. I really cannot believe that we took Quinyon Mitchell. Yo, dude, how nuts is it? I really just think that, getting the best guy at that position, that is the best player available right there, man. I can't believe we got him at 22. Like, we talked about it. I don't give a damn what's going on. You take the best player available. That is what just happened in front of us. And astronomical, just like Jalen Carter did last year. So all about it, man. all about it. And yo, my man, Christian, appreciate you tuning in, dude. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we talked about it. Could he fall? Could some of these corners fall? Are people looking for a weapon? Are they looking for a true outside corner? Do they feel, scared about him as corner? So you see some teams like the Ravens taking Wiggins. We know how talented he is. And oh boy, tomorrow's going to be fun. We'll see if the Eagles want to trade up, do anything like that. So, man, I really couldn't believe it, Jackson. I do. We sat here live talking about it. It's just really was highway robbery, dude. It's just watching him drop it. I was like, oh my God, dude. And thank you to the rest of the league for just continuing to mess up. So, well, you saw the fall of defensive players there. So that's just, hey, it's something that happens every year. It's not going to go the way I say or any of the experts say. It just, nobody knows. And that's what's so fun about breaking this down. And the streak is over, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years in a row is now done. And look, man, as I told you guys, if you can get Quinyon Mitchell, you do that. That's why it's number one. But as I explained, if you guys weren't listening to everything I was saying about Cooper DeJean, I keep saying DeJean. Well, look, I think that, the fact of the matter is nobody saw these guys falling like that. So as I said, if you can get Quinyon, you get him. If you can get Terrion, you do that. Cooper is still a great player, and I would love if we could still add him some way, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you just got the best pick, like Kyle says right here. That's what you do. You don't talk about how he's a fit. This guy can do this. You take that best player, and Quinyon Mitchell was that best player that you guys saw during that cornerback show. Astronomical. To me, it was clear as day, as we talked about during that show, that he was the best. And I had Terrion Arnold next. I didn't have Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry. And you saw Arnold was the one that went after him then. And that's just how I felt it was, man. And he really is a wizard. I am really stunned. Dude, they're not, because they got to go through us. But, man, trading with them and letting them get worthy, they are ridiculous. Hey, look, I'm all about getting my picks throughout the draft. And you guys remember we got like 3-4 of my guys last year. I want to get those guys. That's why I talk about them. But I'm glad the streak is over. Nobody ever cared or gave me the credit for it. So it's done. I don't have to hear about it. People pissed off every year that, oh, you don't do it. It's like, all right, dude. So thank you, Lord. And as I said, the 5-6 picks before that, if Quinyon Mitchell, if you can get him, go do it. If Terrion Arnold's there, if you can do that, you do that over Cooper DeJean. That's just clear as day. You got to do that. And I'm glad they did. Yeah, man. We talked about that this offseason, Jackson. I can't believe it. And imagine if they would trade up or do something like that, dude. I'm talking, and I'll put together a list tomorrow. And a lot of my guys are still available because I showed you guys mostly the day 3 guys, because we talked about those day 1 guys. Everybody knows who that is. When I talk about those, my guys, I want you to know in other rounds. So it gets hot and heavy. Now, yes, this is a great one. I'm very excited, but get ready for tomorrow, man, because there's so much talent and it gets tough because you're like, oh, I don't want people to take this guy or that guy. But, dude, you've got so much going on here. You have Cooper DeJean, Adonai Mitchell, Ladd McConkey, Rakestraw, Keon Coleman, Johnny Newton, the defensive tackle, Braden Fisk, Marshawn Neeland, Edgerrin Cooper, Jordan Brooks is there, Junior Colson, Kamari Lassiter, TJ Tampa, Chris Jenkins, Peyton Wilson, Mason Smith, Javon Bullard, Cedric Gray, Newbin, Max Melton, Bishop, Powers Johnson, Blake Fisher, Braswell. So I'll put together my list tomorrow, and we'll talk about the guys I see in day 2. We'll talk about day 3 guys too, whatever you want to talk about. But holy hell, man. We just got Quinyon Mitchell. I really can't stress enough how amazed I am. But nuts, man. No, definitely. I don't know what you thought, but I did not. With the normal draft with the 6 quarterbacks being picked, dude, it was crazy that we talked about Dallas Turner, watching him fall, and that's every year you have stuff with certain positions, certain things where it's like, no way this guy should be. And with the teams taking linemen and quarterbacks and just sticking to offense, it was like, oh baby, oh baby. And you guys heard me talk about Pearsall, big fan of his game, and looks like the Niners could be moving on from Debo or Ayuk. But Pearsall's a stud, man. So that was a good pick for them. But I did not update that. Oh, I think I got rid of it. Was supposed to update it and then didn't add it. So, oopsies. I can't now show you the picks for tomorrow. Damn it. I do have this one though. This was the draft pick cap hit. So you see, 2.6 million will be the cap hit for Quinyon Mitchell, and you've got picks 50 and 53, and then on day 3 you got picks 120, 161. So 120 is the 4th round, and then you've got 161, 171, and 172. Those 3 are 5th round picks, and then that last one, 210, is a 6th rounder. So you've got 7 picks left here, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of ammo. And we talked about, the picks that we have in the next, 3 years here. We've got, 21 picks now since we used one of them. But, dude, we had 22 picks going into this draft for the next couple of years. And, don't think Howie is sitting there with his thumb up because we're about to make some moves, baby. I think tomorrow's about to get rowdy. And I think, yes, Cooper DeJean would be great, but he's probably going here in the next, few picks, and you're definitely going to have to trade up a lot to move up, around 20-ish, 15-ish spots. I'd love to have him, guys, but we just got Quinyon Mitchell. We don't need to look, but I would like somebody that could help at safety. I just think for me, I'm looking a little bit further, and I'm thinking Nubin could be available. Would love to have him. Tyke Smith could be available. Would love to have him. Javon Bullard, another Georgia guy, is out there. A lot of talented safeties, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of talented linebackers. We talked about Edrin Cooper, Junior Colson's out there. Peyton Wilson, baby. I think there's a lot to get excited about tomorrow, guys. So I'm gonna get rolling out here, but and yeah, man, a lot of people could want to move. That's the fun part about it. And I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not going to lie. So, dude, well, we just broke it down. If you rewatch it, love to hear from you. Have any questions, then let me know. But Mitchell's like, yeah, man, you saw that entire list. It just showed you of all 13 guys. And I can't either, man. This is going to be awesome. And, I'm going to talk about tomorrow. We'll recap, I told you I'd drop. It's not going to be live, but I'll show you the A.J. Brown extension. And then before, the draft stuff, I'll have a recap, my top guys, all that stuff. But, man, I can't wait. But, well, you got to have depth. You can't just have, a couple of guys. And each year, you got to have depth. You got to have more than just the starters. So some people get worked up that you sign depth pieces, draft depth pieces. But that's just how football works every single year. And with Sidney Brown banged up, you literally only have Tristan McCollum behind Reed Blankenship, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So, got to have more than that. You got to have competition, and 4 guys probably make the team, but got to have about 6 or 7 competing in this offseason. Got Mitchell, and a lot of those guys could be undrafted, or you could trade for someone or sign someone, and we'll talk about all those possibilities. In fact, we even got Mitchell. Yeah, man, the fact that he fell, nuts. Yeah, and look, you got a lot of depth on defense, but safety is one of those spots, and you stay safe as well. But you have a great night, guys, and I'll show you this one last time so you can take a little gander at what this team is looking like, and I'll show you the rest of the team as well, not just the D. But, this, edge guys, I think you could add to the future because we've talked about this. There's in later rounds guys I like, but you have Huff and Sweat. You drafted Nolan Smith for a reason. Brandon Graham's back. You've got guys like Aquara, Patrick Johnson, Teron Jackson, Terrell Lewis. So a lot of competition there. Guys like Bond and Brandon Smith can help you on the edge as well. Versatile pieces. And, you talk about the interior guys. I think, that's not very important to me. I think Milton Williams will step in where Fletcher Cox left off. More reps for Carter and Davis, but you've got Tuipulotu, Mustapha Ojomo, Booker, Ellis there. Then you look at linebacker. You added White, Bond, Burks, and, Nakobe Dean. You hope he stays healthy. Brandon Smith, a versatile piece who could help you edge and off ball. Van Sumer in there. So I would like to see some added to linebacker and safety due to the fact that I want more depth, whether they're starting or not. Cornerback is loaded, but if there's somebody you like, you could do whatever you please. But I feel pretty good about, most of those positions, minus I want some depth at linebacker and safety. And the rest, just take the best player available, and I'm a happy man. Now, in offense, feel pretty good. I'd like to see some offensive line depth. We talked about in later rounds. I think a lot of talent. McCormick would be there. A lot of guys that I think, Dominic Puny. There is a lot that would make me happy, but I'm excited for Steen's future. Juergens at center. Receiver, I would like to see some added there. Tight end as well. A lot of talented tight ends. So, guys, expect a lot tomorrow. We're going to be talking about it. I think tight end and offensive line is somewhere you watch, as well as safety, linebacker. But wide receiver definitely should be watched. Cannot wait to talk about that Brown extension, all it does for the future. And right now with the cap and all that. And then special teams, you want to add some guys that can help there. Okay, but you've got some new additions that really help you out there. And I can't stress enough how excited I am about this team already, baby. So we talked about this, baby. Expect great things in this draft, and we're already off to a great start. So ready, and I'll be here tomorrow. We'll be breaking things down around 7:30, I think, and I'll give you the best players available. I'll give you everything you need to know about everything. So, and if you guys have any thoughts, any questions, I will be here trying to break it all down tomorrow morning. I'll again post that stuff, and I'm losing my mind. And again, maybe I should just go live at 7 just because the draft starts then, and in case anything happens. And if I need to run, I'll put up that thing. I'll be back shortly, whatever. But yeah, I'll be live around 7 tomorrow. We'll break it all down. So let's go. And yes, at 7 o'clock tomorrow, my man and I will do my best, Tate, to keep you guys up to date with everything. And hey, who knows what they do, but I would like to see them do that. Well, you got to have backups. That is why you got yourself a cheap backup. So, yes, I will see you hopefully then tomorrow. Obi, my man, appreciate you tuning in, bro. I'm just getting rolling out here. Been a long damn day. We just had a 2.5-hour live stream. Appreciate all of you that tuned in. And, well, you got to have a backup. We'll see how McKee does, how he does in the offseason. You can always use quarterbacks as bait. So, I'm loving that pick, man. I am pumped up. But let's go. And you can trade people that are signed. But yo, you guys, you're awesome. And dude, it was awesome hanging out with all of you. Really appreciate each of you that tuned in here. It was seriously a great time. And I knew what you were saying, but you guys were seriously fantastic tonight. Those live streams are awesome. I really enjoy them. But I'll be back tomorrow again, recapping whatever you need to know and giving you all the information. Anything happens and anything that your heart could desire, I will be bringing it tomorrow. But yo, man. Appreciate you, Tate. Hope you're having a great night. We just did a 2.5-hour live stream. Now I'm breaking this down for anybody who wants to tune in tomorrow and you sickos that wanted to talk about it again. But I got to get rolling. I am truly beat, and I love each and every one of you. What an effing pick. Quinyon Mitchell, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's effing go, baby. So hope to see you tomorrow. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all sleep well, stay safe, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!